Welcome to the Truth and Justice Computer. Right here, we're going to set up a Google Ads campaign for junk removal. I'm going to explain a few things and a few settings that are being missed by a lot of people. So let's get into it. First things first, I'm going to explain how this whole Google Ads ecosystem works. Okay, so right here we have the AdWords account. It's a pretty nice account, so something like along these lines, you have that. And then we have the ad campaigns. Make sure that you have the AdWords account on advanced mode and not on dummy mode. Um, it's very important because all the stuff that I'm going to show right here are not going to be present on the quote unquote dummy mode. So right here we have the ad campaigns. This is what we're going to create right here, and it's divided by ad groups. And then we have the keywords, the text, as you can see, the ad text and the landing pages. What we're going to create right now is a call only campaign. So click on leads. Then right here, we're not going to use conversions for now. I'm going to click on continue. I'm not going to set them up. And very important right here, select the campaign type, search. Okay. Ignore all the rest. Why? Because this has nothing to do with your type of business. Phone calls, and right here, what we're going to do is we're going to take the phone number that Google provided us with. I'm going to do that, for example. And we're going to do Joe's Ultra Fancy Junk Removal. Okay. And here I like to call them call only. So just bear with me. The phone number, better to be a tracking phone number that you only run ads from here, not your personal phone number, because it's going to be pretty tough to kind of determine the calls. So if you can buy a phone number, that's going to be a lot better. That you can re-listen to calls and stuff like that. There's a lot of platforms that you can get a second phone number. I'm not going to dive into that right now. Continue. Right here, we have the conversion. So that's right off the bat what Google really wants to know, the bidding structure. So right here, we can do the manual CPCs, other options. So right here, they want us to focus on the different types of bidding. So they recommend conversions for this campaign, but I'm going to go with clicks. Why do I go with clicks? You've chosen to focus on clicks, use the maximize clicks bidding strategy, but your account tracks conversions. So you might see this or you might not. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get as much traction as possible and get as many clicks as possible to our ads. So right here, we can set up a maximum cost per click. That's going to be 10 bucks for the beginning. You can do whatever you feel is comfortable to you, but just know that if you set it too high, Google will eat your budget. Okay, that's just a given. And another thing would be on the flip side, if you set it to, 10 cents, it's not gonna be anything that you won't see any traction. So take it for what it is, and you have to experiment in your local area. Okay, so we're gonna click on next. And very important right here, campaign settings. So we have the search network, and we have to not check this part. Okay, so uncheck this because this is very bad. What are search partners? Search partners are websites that Google has in their network where they would like to show our ads, but we want our ads to be shown only on Google, okay? Right here we have options location, so enter another location. Let's say you're located in New York, so you're gonna put New York, right? Now let's say you service other places outside of New York, you can click on advanced search, and right here we're gonna click on radius, and we're gonna do how many miles you do. Okay, so 25, 30, whatever. Sounds good. Click on cancel. For now, I'm not going to do that. Locations options, very important right here. So to target the locations correctly. Not presence or interest, but just presence. So if you do presence or interest, people are going to type in junk removal in New York, the ads are going to still show. So what we're looking to do is not to be shown to people that we can't service. So let's say that same person is located in Delaware or California, it doesn't matter, LA. The ads will show because they have interest. You see that? So we don't want to have that. We have to have presence. So in terms of the people that are located in New York, okay? Sounds good. So we take the whole state. By the way, when you take a look at that, be mindful of what you're choosing right here. So if you do New York, right, for example, as you can see, there's the reach its state or the city. Okay, so I just chose state for the sake of this demonstration. Languages, English, that's a given. Click on more settings, or don't touch audience signation. And ad rotation, this is good. Prefer best performing ads. Okay, so that's good. Click on more settings here, and we can do the ad schedule. Very important to take a look and very be mindful of the time zone of your um, ads right here, of the ads account. So you can do all days, Monday to Friday, whatever, and choose the times that work best for you. And if this account was not set up in your time zone, you have to convert the times to your own time zone. Okay? And nothing else right here. Click on next. Right here, we're gonna come up with the first ad group. So here you can change the name of the ad group. And right here, we're gonna name it junk removal in, oops, junk removal New York. And for the sake of this example, right, I'm trying to move fast here. I'm going to do 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com. We're not going to take their keywords. I'm just going to grab the keywords that they're going to give me. So get keyword suggestions. And right here, they're going to give me the keywords. So what you see in front of you is the keywords that they pulled out from the site. Okay, and this is something we can start with, but you can also go the extra mile and kind of get your own keywords. Right here, from the most part, for all the clients that we ran so far, anything to do with the big guys, 1-800-GOT-JUNK and stuff that's related to your competitors won't necessarily work, because if somebody's searching for 1-800-GOT-JUNK and we have Joe's junk removal competing for this keyword, these guys will outrank. That's one. Outrank that ad that we have. And two, not necessarily going to get the job, because people think that they call 1-800-GOT-JUNK, right? And they're going to ask, hey, this 1-800-GOT-JUNK. No, so they're going to hang up. Most of these jobs are not getting closed. That's what I'm trying to say. So this should be a negative keyword. Okay, so we can start up a notepad right here. Notepad, just an online notepad. Let me do that. Online notepad. And I can start off kind of doing this 1-800-GOT-JUNK as a negative keyword. Okay, so this is going to be our negative keywords. Okay, so 1-800-GOT-JUNK, and then we can do different variations of it. Okay, so it's going to be 1-800, and here we're going to do got-junk. Okay, so just for the sake of this demonstration. And also, what you see right here, I'm not going to really tinker with this, but you go through one by one and stuff that you need and don't need to be ranking for. But they're very important, and they kind of grade us out. I don't know why they grade us out. I have a very interesting theory about it, that they're trying to make more money. But that's very interesting. So first-time advertisers and kind of people that haven't been advertising on Google think that this is the extent to go. Okay, so you plug in your keywords, junk hauler is near me, okay, and then you do apartment cleanouts, and you do house cleanout, right, near me, or junk removal near me, okay, stuff like that. And you think that's the end of it. But no, as you can see, this is the broad match keyword. So what you see in front of you, this is broad match. This is phrase match. So stuff that you put in quotations, it's phrase match. And stuff that you put in these kind of, I don't even know how they're called, but these brackets right here are, this is exact match. So you can read more about the keyword match types, but in essence, kind of to shorten this video, because we are right now 10 minutes already, we are going to use phrase match and exact match. Okay? We're not going to use broad match because it's just going to give us garbage. So right here, put in the phone number, putting the final URL, not recommended, as you can see right here. So we're doing a call only ad. So this is going to be our ad, right? New call ad. So we put our phone number, a tracking phone number, the best one. If you want to show a link to your website, enter a final URL. So we can put in a final URL right here of our website. So we can do 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Okay, just for example. Okay, just an example right here. And what you see, as soon as I place this in, we have, instead of a call only ad, this becomes a call with a visit website ad. And this is a verification URL that has to be there. But because it says recommended, we not necessarily need it. So we do need the verification URL. And what the verification URL has to have is the phone number of the ad right here that you're trying to advertise, and of course some tracking codes and stuff like that I'm not going to go into it because it's a very short video. So display path, we're going to do junk removal, junk, and then we do removal. And right here we need to categorize that as kind of, as you can see right here, we have www.1800gotjunk.com and junk removal. So we kind of, if that's mattress removal, we try to make this ad as relevant as possible. Okay, so right here we can do headlines. So call us now for the best junk removal. As you can see, we have to do up to 30 characters. So you need to play around with this. Okay. What we can also do, there's a thing called keyword insertion. So you do this, the brackets, not the straight brackets, the brackets like this. You do keyword, then you do 2 dots, and then you do, let's say, junk removal near me. Okay, so what's happening right now is as soon as somebody's typing anything else, let's say they're typing in junk removal New York. So because I placed junk removal near me right here, okay, this keyword is going to be switched automatically to junk removal New York, or junk removal in New York, or 24-hour junk removal, or junk removal that works on Sundays, whatever is the case right here. And if it fits into the 30 character limit right here, it's going to be shown as the first headline right here. So this is very powerful, but it's very dangerous as well, because if you don't place the right keywords in the correct places, you can get stuff like sanitation. So if you don't place, as soon as we started to do stuff like this right here, right? By the way, negative keywords right here, we need to also put them in phrase match, right? Or exact match, or broad match. That works as well. But when we do stuff like this, I already covered this. But again, the keywords are very important. The negative keywords list that you build over time are very important as well. So we're going to run the ads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply run through this. It's going to be Joe's junk removal. This is going to be our business name. And we have the description. So I'm not going to type in a lot of stuff right here. I'm trying to run through this. So right here we have call reporting turned on. And we already have a user account settings right here for junk removal calls over 50 seconds. But we can do calls from ads, stuff like that. And we can also add in tools and settings right here, and we can add in conversions that are related to the call. So if you want to consider a conversion, somebody that you would like to go after some more, after the same type of people, we create a conversion specific for these kind of calls right here, okay? We're not going to touch add URL. So I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to click on next. As you can see, we have use account level call out extensions, or we can create newly added call extensions. And these are call out extensions and stuff that we can add in. So what you see is we have a list right here of call out extensions. It's going to load right here. So we have number 1, junk removal, call for a free quote, whatever. So we already created them. It's a new call extension. We'll create them. We can create all of them right here. and kind of select them and have them here. So what I'm going to do this. And image extension, you can play around with this, definitely. Or you can click on more extensions. And right here, we have some more extensions as well. You can do promotions, price extensions, lead form extensions, structured snippets extensions. I'm not going to touch any of it. Right here, we have the budget. So the average daily budget. All we can do, set custom budget right here. So the budget that you're comfortable with. Okay. So weekly conversions, as you can see, 248, not conversions, clicks. We can see the average CPCs, but you can't really trust any of this data. So I'm going to click on next. And then we can click on review. So you can see review your campaign, create at least 3 ads, right? Maximize clicks, expand your reach. Look, they're still trying to push display extensions and Google search partners. They're still trying to push it, and we don't surrender to this. This is not good for us. Okay, we can do this, publish campaign. I'm obviously not going to publish this campaign because this is a dummy campaign, but you get the point. This is kind of the way we go about things here. So let me kind of show you this right now. So once we completed the basic setup of here, we need to understand how Google is working. So you can see Google, somebody searching for junk removal near me right here on Google. Here's the boy right here. And then they compete ad lists. So we have 1-800-GOT-JUNK, right? And we have Joe's junk removal and junk removal. Then we have Stacy's junk removal, and all these advertisers, same as you, are competing for the same type of ads. Okay, for the same type of customer. AdWords will find the ads whose keywords match with the search query, and then it becomes an auction. Okay, right here it becomes an auction, and that auction is related to the quality score that Google sets for each advertisement for each ad. Okay, you can see there's a check mark right here and there's an X right here. Google decides the ads based on quality score, bid, expected ad extensions, and ad format. So the people that win this auction are going to pay the less amount of money, the least amount of money, and are going to win this auction and get the customer and get the click, okay, and get the business at the end of the day. Granted, when there's demand as well, okay? So, gotta really understand how this whole thing works for us to create good campaigns that actually perform well. And that comes back to negative keywords list. That comes back to your quality score. So let's see what makes a quality score. So we have an expected CTR, click-through rate, that is related to how many times that's what a CTR is. CTR is click-through rate, and let's say out of 100 people, 1 or 2 clicked. Okay, so out of 100 people, 1 or 2 clicked. That means we have 1 to 2% expected CTR or CTR click-through rate. So the higher this percentage of people that click on our ad, the better our CTR is going to get. And it all ties down to what I just did right here. So if we go back to keywords and ads, remember what I did right here? So what I did, this is a little trick right here, is I imported the keyword that junk removal near me. So every time somebody's going to search, don't copy this. Okay, I'm trying to explain the situation right here. I'm trying to explain kind of how this works. So every time somebody's going to search, let's say junk removal pricing. So this headline, instead of saying junk removal near me, is going to change automatically to junk removal pricing. So you think that somebody that typed in junk removal pricing will see an ad that's related, that the headline right here is junk removal pricing. Do you think they're going to click more on it or less? You're right. They're going to click on it more. So this is a little secret right here that you can experiment with. Um, so let's go back to our whiteboard right here. Expected CTR. So we need to get this up as much as possible. Okay, so one of the ways that we're going to do this is going to be with the keyword insertion, and other ways is going to be very tight ad groups and very tight keywords. So when I say very tight ad groups, is I mean we're going to have an ad group for mattress removal, right? And inside of the mattress removal, we're going to have mattress disposal, mattress pickup, and everything related to mattresses. Okay? So right here, everything related to mattresses in this ad group. And the keywords right here are going to be only related to the mattresses. And we're going to create ads based solely on mattresses. And we're going to create landing pages based only on mattress disposal, and everything else has to kind of be relevant. Okay? And when we go to appliance removal on this one, we should have only keywords that are related to appliance removal, only ads that are related to appliance removal, and only landing pages that are related to appliance removal. And that's how we are able to have a higher CTR. And here we're gonna talk about the stuff that is related to our ad group. So the ad relevance right here is very important when we talk about appliance removal. So our landing page has to say appliance removal, and our ad has to say appliance removal, and our keywords have to be related to appliance removal and all the different variations of it. Okay, and only then can we get to a high quality score. So the higher the quality score that we get, the better that we can win these auctions, right? As you can see right here, we are always competing. We're always competing between different advertisers. And the better we optimize our ads, the better we gonna perform with our Google Ads, the less we're going to pay Google, because the whole point of Google is to show the user, our dude right here, is to show the user the most up-to-date and most relevant solutions to their questions. Okay, so when they determine that advertiser number one is the best possible solution based off of the expected CTR, because they know historically out of 100 people, 15 clicked on the ad. So they know that the ad is relevant to the current searcher, right? To what he's searching. So there, it's a formula right there, right? So we need to increase our CTR as much as possible. We need to increase our ad relevance as much as possible, and we need to also increase the landing page relevance as much as possible in order for us to get a quality score of 10. It goes from 1 to 10, okay? So we always need to test, 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 and test until we have higher expected CTR and higher ad relevance and the best possible landing page for them. So you might be asking yourself, why, if I'm running a call only campaign, why do I need to have a landing page? Very interesting question. I can't answer that. This is just Google being Google. They want to know that the landing page and the phone number and everything that is connected to all of that is actually yours. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope I was able to kind of explain the ecosystem right here and kind of explain what is the whole point of optimizing Google Ads, what is the whole way of getting cheaper clicks, because again, the guys and the people that actually win these auctions are paying a lot less than the people that lose these auctions. Okay, because Google is rewarding the people that actually did all of this correctly, and they just reward people with lower CPCs. When I say CPCs, is cost per clicks, and they just provide us with more and more and more traffic. So we can keep coming back because they like what we're doing. Okay, so the whole point right here is to provide as much value to the end user here. Because if Google can provide as much value to the end user, to our client that's looking for to remove their junk out of their basement or whatever, and they found the best possible company that answered all of these specific things, that's just the best possible outcome for Google and for our user. That's pretty much it. This is what I have for you. I hope this has been very valuable to you, and I hope I was able to explain some of the pitfalls and some of the stuff that are happening inside of Google Ads accounts and kind of how this whole thing works. So this is was 25 minutes of more or less content right here, and this is not even the tip of the iceberg right now. So I hope you found this valuable, and I hope this has been helpful for you. Have a good one, and thank you for your attention today.